Hi everyone, so I want to show you how to make this application of a flower trio. This really brightens up any kind of a work. They are quite small and the color just brings in a bit of a, let's say, happiness to it. Really not that difficult to make. It's more sewing than crocheting actually, but yeah, I really do like them. So not much to say more, we can get started on it. So what we're going to need is a few colors. I have some green, pink, purple, and peach. All DK yarns. It doesn't have to be DK. Use whatever you have. It does not matter. So I just chose these three colors. Definitely need a needle. Maybe something to pin it down with. I'm going to use a 3.5mm hook. I normally use a 4mm hook with this yarn, but I just want the flowers to be a bit more sturdy or a bit more, to have a bit more feel to it. Like this. I hope you understand what I mean. Scissors, and one of the most important things is something to put them onto, to sew them onto. So I have this cardigan. It is nice, but I think it will, the flower trio will make it much more nice than this. So it doesn't have to be a cardigan. It can be blanket or anything else really. So I have two flowers made. They are all exactly the same. So I'm just gonna show you one, and I have one little petal. Just very simple, and we'll figure out how to put them on in a moment. Okay, so I am missing a pink one. Very easy. Make a slip knot, leave a little bit of tail. This will come in useful to us. And make a slip knot. Put in your hook and chain 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. I'm gonna skip this first chain, go into the second one and make a single crochet. So 1, and we keep going, and we're gonna have 15 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So we have 15 single crochets, and we are gonna have 3 different sizes for the petals. So we're gonna make 5 petals in each size. I'm gonna start with the biggest ones, and for the first one we chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We turn around, back into the same stitch, we make a double crochet. Into the next stitch, we make a single crochet right into the next one. We don't skip anything. We make a single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and a double crochet back into the same stitch. That's 2 petals made. We need 3 more in this size. Into the next chain, single crochet, 1, 2, 3 chains, and a double crochet back into the same stitch. 3 petals. Single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and a double crochet. Into the next stitch, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and a double crochet. So these are my 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 biggest petals. Now we're gonna make the medium ones. In the next stitch, we make a single crochet, 2 chains, 1, 2, and a half double crochet back into the same stitch. That's one petal. We need 5 of them as well. Single crochet, chain 2, and half double crochet back into the same stitch. Single crochet, chain 2, half double crochet. Single crochet, chain 2, half double crochet. And single crochet, chain 2, half double crochet. And these are my 5 medium petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now for the smallest ones, another 5 left. So we put in we go into the next stitch. We make a single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet into the same stitch. Into the next stitch, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Next one, single, chain, single. 2 more left. Single, chain, and single. And the last one exactly the same. Single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. That is our flower made. We make an extra chain. We cut our yarn, leave a bit of a longer tail. This is what we are going to sew it with. So maybe like this. And pull out your yarn. So it looks a bit like this at the moment. And we are ready to sew the flower together. The first thing we do, we find that long strand that we have finished with. And we are going to put our needle straight away. We have this ready so we can sew on straight after we roll the flower together. So leave the needle lying there. This, hold on to the very, very end of it, like this. And then just keep turning it around. Now, as the flower is quite small, it might be a bit difficult, might take you a couple of times to do it. And just like that. Hold on to that last petal so it does not run away. And turn it around. See, this is how it looks. I take my needle and I'm going to sew it together. I'm just going to whip stitch it. I go into the middle. I make sure that I get all the layers. And I connect to that very last petal. I go into the middle again and I'm just gonna go all the way around the flower. It does not need a lot of stitches, just we need to catch all those layers in around the flower. So maybe 5 or 6 or 7 stitches. You don't really need more. I have 1 more left right here. And where I am now, look, the last petal is sort of hanging off it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tie it down. I'm just going to go in through the side and just catch just one strand of it. Just so it's not flapping around for me. Like this, and I'm gonna make a knot with those 2 tails. Not a hard one, just a simple knot. Like this, and this is how my little rose or flower looks like. So, let me see. And I'm going to sew them together. They will be like in one little place. And we're going to make a petal or 2 or 3 or how many ever you want. You don't have to do them if you don't want to. You can just keep the flowers there. So petals are really quick and easy. So make a slip knot, leave a little bit of tail, that will help us as well, and chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Make a slip stitch into the second chain. So we skip one and we make a slip stitch. Into the next chain, we make a single crochet. The next stitch gets a half double crochet. The next gets double crochet. That's it. That is the widest part of our leaf. And then we go down in sizes again. So we did a double crochet, we make a half double crochet into the next stitch, then a single crochet after that, and a slip stitch into the very last chain. Chain 1 and cut your yarn, leave a little bit of tail, and pull your hook out. And this is a little leaf. Very simple and easy to make. Okay, so we're gonna play around a bit and see how we want to place those flowers and where. It doesn't have to be the top of the cardigan. It can be perhaps a bottom or the back or the other side or both sides. Completely up to you, whatever you like. I don't know, maybe the light one higher up, the pink one lower, like this. I think that's good. I'm going to place the petals. I think I want them both right here. Just play around, maybe put one up here coming out a little bit, but I sort of like it this way, right there, and they will be hidden in the middle, in between the flowers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pin my petals down now. Make sure you don't pin them all the way through to the other side of the cardigan. Sometimes that happens. Like this. I'm going to take the flowers away and I'm going to do my my leaves first now. I'm going to sew them on. So I'm ready to sew. I just want, these are the 2 strands from one from each of the leaves. I'm just going to tie them together like this. I'm going to get my needle and I'm going to start stitching them to the cardigan. Make sure you don't stitch it to the all the way through to the other side. And so I'm using the long strand. I'm gonna go all the way around the side. Like this. At the very end of it, I think I can take it out. I might pull it out a bit, and I'm just going to stitch that very end of it. And I'm gonna go back up again through the other side, like this. And I'm at the top. I'm just going to make a little knot. You won't be able to see that, the flowers will be covering that. And I'm going just to put the yarn through, back out again, like this, and I'm going to cut it off. I'm I'm gonna do exactly the same with the other tail. And I'm going to sew the other leaf on off camera so you don't have to watch this again. So the leaves are done. I have placed my flowers on the top again just to see where the next flower. I'm gonna do the pink one now, like this. I hold it onto it, find that strand, the longer one. I see where it is lying down like this, and I'm going to stitch it on like this through the petals. I'm not gonna sew it straight down. I'm gonna go through the petals like this. I'm gonna try and make a stitch through that leaf a little bit, so the flower, so we can't see where it is starting. So I came back. You can see my two strands. I might make one more stitch to get closer, like this, and I'm just gonna tie them together, make a little knot, and hide the tails in between the flower petals. I'm just gonna go like down onto the side and through the petals. Cut that off. And the same with the other one. That is done. I have a look. I sort of flatten it out by holding it onto the middle. And then I'm gonna place the other one. So I want it right there. I want them really, really close. And the last flower, when we'll be sewing it on, we will sew all the petals together, all 3 flowers, so it doesn't open in the middle. So I look up again where I'm gonna put it like this, really close to each other. Get my needle in, and I'm gonna start stitching exactly the same, like this. I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm gonna catch some of that leaf and the petal, and through the cardigan and petal, and I'm going to stitch it on. And then I will just show you the last one, how to connect them together so it doesn't open and you cannot see the middle in between them. 2 flowers done, 1 more to go. I'm gonna get ready and put my needle on. And this is where the last one is going. Might do it this way. And I'm going to really squish it in there so they all look like they are coming out of the same spot. Then I'm gonna carefully pick it up, and this is the flower that we will connect a little bit all these petals, so you know when you use the cardigan so it doesn't open and you can not see in between. So the first stitch, I'm just going to stitch it down the flower, and then the next stitch I'm gonna catch a little bit of that pink flower like this, a little bit of that purple very close to it here in the middle, just a little bit. I'm gonna go down to the peach one, catch the petal, and this is where we connected. Then catch some of the cardigan, and that's it. I just keep going around, placing down the petals, sewing it down wherever I can find some place. Just like that. This is really, I mean, I'm making this video to look very, very long. It really only takes a few minutes to make the flowers and to sew them down. It's really quick way of making something much brighter and much more appealing to the eye. I mean, the colors, you can put bright colors in, or really light colors, different colors, anything you want, really. This is one of my favorite things to do on the dresses as well. I actually make this tree out of different types of flowers as well. So, yeah, use your imagination. It does fantastic things sometimes. And I am finished. And this is how my trio of flowers looks like. I think it makes the cardigan already much more brighter and maybe much more summery, or even for springtime, brings a little bit of joy, brings a little bit of finesse perhaps. I'm gonna do my belt up, and now this is what it looks like. I think it looks fab. So I hope you liked it. Please do press the like button. Enjoy your work, whatever you do. I really do like this one. So I will wish you good luck, and I'm gonna say bye.